Today I got the cleaning bug. And you know when you start cleaning one room and it turns into a full pull the oven out, peel the stickers off the fridge, mop the walls kind of clean? That was me. I fully intended to do a bit of maintenance cleaning in every room, but I just kept noticing more and more stuff that needed doing in the kitchen. And before I knew it, the cleaning monster had taken hold and I was 3 hours in and having the time of my life. As you all know, I love cleaning, hate tidying, so I was in my element. So we're starting with the stickers on the fridge, and past me would have felt guilty about peeling these off, but they're so old, Ike doesn't even like Paw Patrol anymore. And it's gotten to the point now that they've been there for so long, they're collecting dirt around the edges. And I've gotten so used to that dirt that I've become blind to the grubbiness of the entire fridge, and looking at it now, it's bad. That happens a lot with me. I call it mess blindness. If a pile or a bit of dirt's left for long enough, I start seeing it as an actual feature of the house, which is not ideal. Now, these stickers were welded on here. I had to try several tactics. I know people say to use a hairdryer to kind of like dislodge the glue, but I'm not going to lie, I couldn't be bothered to run upstairs and get it, so I settled with something oil-based. I remembered that trick from a past life when I actually used to wax my legs. Never again. I'm firmly of the opinion now that if you don't like my leg hair, you don't like me and you can go away. But yeah, that worked a little bit, but it still wasn't cutting it, so I tried Fairy Liquid and that finished the job nicely. And after I did this, I was genuinely wondering how I could look at the fridge day in, day out and not immediately want to sort it. It looked so lovely and clean. But these things can creep up without you realising, can't they? I mean, they can for me. By the way, I showed some before shots of the room at the beginning of the video, just to show you that even though there are some massively grubby areas, the kitchen as a whole doesn't look that bad. And that's on only ever having the time to surface clean at the minute. It's the summer holidays and I'm not fighting a losing battle with the house when the kids are off school. A wipe down of the kitchen sides, a bit of bleach in the toilet, a hoover a day, I'm good with that. It's not worth my sanity trying to keep things pristine. These things get done when they get done. Now, I've always been one of those parents who feel so sad when the kids go back to school after any school holiday, but I must admit even I've been pushed to my limit this time and I just want some structure and predictability back now. Genuinely, it's like Lord of the Flies here at the minute. The kids are having the absolute time of their lives, which is the main thing, but there's just so much mess. I said to Charlie I feel so guilty for saying it as well, because that isn't me. But I've noticed recently that even just 2 years ago, I seemed to be able to thrive better in chaos and mess. It wouldn't faze me, I was a lot more chilled and laid back. Now, it's like I've gotten used to a new normal and things being a bit more structured and the house being a lot tidier, and all of a sudden my tolerance for mess is really low. And honestly, I don't know whether that's a good thing. Maybe I'm just adjusting to being a mum of 3, I'm 6 months postpartum, and I need to be a bit kinder to myself, I think. I think we all go through phases of feeling a bit rubbish about ourselves and like we could be doing something better or mourning a past version of ourselves. Sometimes I think back or watch older videos when it was just me and Rudy and I think, Ike and Velma deserve that version of me. But then I think back to what the house looked like and it was terrible and none of them deserve that either. So yeah, I'm learning more every day, I'm doing more now than I did then, and above everything else, my main focus is always to be the best mum I can be. I don't think it's helped that there have been so many heat waves this year. There's one and then you think it's gone and then it comes back and I don't know how anybody's getting anything done around the house. I get so many comments from people going, stop complaining about the weather, this is lovely, this is what summer's meant to be, it's meant to be hot. While we're all getting alerts on our phones about the risk of wildfires because it hasn't rained in so long. That's not normal in the UK. And I don't think it's lovely at all, I think it's scary, and I literally lie in bed at night thinking about the state of the world and what I've brought my children into. And knowing we could have done something about this and we still can but no one's going to because of greed and willful ignorance makes me seething with rage. Anyway, enough of that because this is meant to be an uplifting channel. It's been a bit depressing so far. To be fair though, I think it is a comfort sometimes to know you're not the only one thinking certain things and so many of us are battling with this guilt and this anger on top of everything else we have to deal with day to day, including cleaning under our ovens. I bet yours isn't as bad as mine though. I don't know what this is, some kind of oil, but it was so satisfying to clean up. I wasn't expecting it at all, I'd just noticed some grubby bits in the gaps, but this was like underneath the oven. I can't wait to get a built-in oven when we get our new house. I'm manifesting 4 things for our new house: a bedroom for everyone, obviously, a laundry room, a built-in oven, and a bigger garden so that I can get a pond and some ducks. And yes, I have had ducks before, I know they're messy. I was going through a broken heart when I was like 18 and I decided to order some hatching eggs from eBay and I incubated them in my room, ended up with 3 little core ducks that used to sleep on my knee and follow me everywhere, and genuinely, it healed me a little bit. I've got some of the loveliest memories. Not that I'm suggesting you should fill a broken heart with poultry, but I mean you could. Anyway, while the oven was out, I degreased all of the sides, got rid of any dust, made it all sparkly again. Not that I'll be able to see the back of the oven, but I'll know it's clean. These are the things that can actually make your house smell though, like hidden things that you can't see. Grease underneath the oven and in the extractor fans, things like that. Plus, this is a really soothing job. I had my cleaning videos on in the background. I've been watching a lot of channels on TikTok, but I'd love some more long-form recommendations. Uplifting, chatty channels, ones with cosy, wholesome vibes that just make you feel better about the world and better about your mess. Someone I watch on TikTok that I know is also on YouTube is Charlotte Louise Taylor. I love her so much. And something funny about Charlotte is I used to watch her pregnancy week by week videos on Channel Mum before I ever even dreamed of having my own channel. And now we're mutual friends on social media. It's so funny how these things work out. Anyway, if you're wondering how I'm managing to get all of this done in peace, seeing as it's the school holidays, the kids are with their other parent who apparently does nothing. To be fair, that's more of a topic of conversation on TikTok than over here. You guys know he's amazing because I don't shut up about it. But yeah, let me tell you, it's mission impossible to keep the kids out of this room when you're trying to clean, especially when you're trying to mop. How else are they going to get a snack every 5 minutes? Have you seen them once though? No, you haven't, because they've got a fantastic, engaged, present dad. Look at my veiny arms. Poor little Velma's inherited my veininess. I look like a see-through fish. Next on my agenda was giving this tumble dryer a good clean. We still haven't put the shelves up yet, and that's because we've been redoing the bathroom. Bathroom transformation video coming very soon, as is the next part to my decluttering series. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten that. It's just another marathon one, it's taken ages. But yeah, whenever Charlie's off work, we're there trying to get a bit more done to it. We'll hopefully get some shelves up soon because I do want to put some Halloween lights up there. That's if we haven't moved house by then. I feel really out of practice when it comes to Halloween decorating after my year off. I need to get into the spirit again. Honestly, I've found myself over the last few years feeling really disillusioned about everything. And I do put that a lot down to social media and having just constant access to everyone and everything. Things always lean towards the most negative thing as well, and if it's not negativity, it's comparison, and I don't think that's good for anyone's brain. I've said it before. And yeah, I am quite jaded, which is really sad. And that's a massive why for me when I make the type of content I do. I want to be a part of the internet that feels like a safe place for people. I want my channel to give off the same feeling as the smell of home cooking, a warm blanket, or coming home and putting some fluffy socks on after getting caught in the rain. Plus, I've got 3 amazing kids who are depending on me for an amazing childhood, so I've got to find me again. I know she's still there, I've just got to dig a little bit. Honestly, my entire life's purpose is just to make everything as magical as possible for my family, and for me and my whimsical inner child. When things feel really bleak and you feel powerless, you can still make your little bubble full of love and whimsy and coziness, and that is so important to me. Anyway, this tumble was really overdue a proper clean and a dust removal. We've not really been using it during the hot weather, obviously, but yesterday we were in a rush and I was like, I am not spending an extra 20 minutes pegging everything out on the line. So I was like, let's just get it ready for the cold weather again. My dad had come round to visit just as I started this, so I was chatting away to him. Do you remember years ago when I started this channel, I spoke about wanting to get my dad laser eye surgery one day? That was about 3 years ago, and I'd speak a lot about my goals and hopes for starting my channel. And of course the main one was to help people and to help myself get motivated and to feel less alone when it came to struggling with messiness and executive dysfunction. But secondary goals were things like buying my family a house and getting my dad laser eye surgery. As a lot of you know, he's an artist, and about 10 years ago his eyesight started rapidly declining. Well, we found out about a year after I started making these videos that he actually had glaucoma and it's hereditary. So the eye surgery wasn't on the cards anymore. But he's had loads of treatments since then to reduce the pressure in his eyes, and he's had a surgery to put special lenses in, and now he doesn't have to wear glasses anymore, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm so close to my goal of being able to buy my little family a forever home, all thanks to this channel and you guys watching. Like 3 years later, we're actively searching for a house now. I can't believe it. That was just so out of the realms of possibility for me 3 years ago. It's something I'd have never been able to do with just my little job at Asda, and I can't believe my luck. I'm so grateful. And yeah, it'll soon be time to set some new goals. Maybe paying off my mortgage and the rest of my parents' mortgage. That'd be a dream. I'm a massive goal setter. I love to imagine and envision the future, and I love all things manifestation. Anyway, I wiped down the sides, cleaned the drain, and then someone slipped past Charlie and decided to undo my hard work cleaning the windows. Apparently he was helping, so I had to thank him for his contribution. Being a parent's so funny. I genuinely can't believe Ike's going to school this year. He was only a year or so older than Velma when I started this channel. It's all just gone so quickly. I feel like with each baby it's gone faster every single time. I just blinked and Velma's 6 months. Anyway, watch how satisfying this is. I tried to do this in the sink last time and it really didn't work. And then someone recommended using the shower instead, and I thought, oh, common sense, something I lack. But yeah, all of the dust and fluff just kept coming out, and it reinforced to me that I need to do this more often. Obviously, if you are going to do this, you need to let it dry out thoroughly before you put it back in the machine. Again, I'd say that was common sense, but not all of us have it. I posted the shorter version of this on TikTok first, like I always do, and then someone said, instead of using the shower, why don't you use the hose? Yeah, that would have been, again, a better idea, not clogging the drain. Never mind. It's so funny because I can tell you really obscure pieces of information and remember song lyrics and movie lines word for word from my childhood, but I can't remember what I walked into a room for or follow basic directions, and I mean that genuinely. I can walk into a shop from one direction and then walk out and walk in the total opposite direction because that part of my brain just doesn't function correctly. Whenever I go out with Charlie now, I just follow him like a lemming so I don't get lost. Which is not helping the issue because my brain's having no practice whatsoever now. I used to get lost in my own estate as a child. And trying to drive is an actual nightmare. Following a sat-nav? I'm never going to pass my test if that's a stipulation. Anyway, I gave everything a good hoover and then I wanted to do a proper scrubby mop because, like I said, I've only been doing the bare minimum with cleaning and we have been mopping, but this floor really needs the scrubby brush too. It's all the ridges in the floor, they just trap dirt, and what I got out of the floor today was vile. By this point I was absolutely knackered because I'd been cleaning for 3 hours. I don't actually know how that happened. Time just slipped away without me realising. I was having too much fun, is the saddest line you'll hear in a while. But I was so happy with what I got done in here, especially after the mini declutter I did in here a week or so ago. This clean was just the cherry on the cake. I was saying not long ago, the kitchen is my happy place in the house. And it brings me so much joy when it's clean and tidy and I can put a vase of flowers out and just cook in peace. It's the little things in life. Does that stop it from getting messy all the time still? No, it doesn't. Look at the colour of this water. It's literally grey. Anyway, yeah, we've got some really fun videos coming up, and fun is a relative term, but we've got a bathroom transformation coming up, and the second part to the marathon declutter video. I think in the first one it was more me trying to get my head around everything. I was having chats to the camera, sorting out the livable areas in the house, and just trying to get into a better mental state with it all. This next part will be going full force, zoned in, declutter hat on, no cupboard or drawer left unturned. I'm using a random generator wheel again too, which I love to do. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for those. And of course I'll be throwing in some cosy resets and shorts now and then while I get the big projects done. And some of you will probably be thinking, Remy, why, if you're looking for a house, are you now taking on massive projects in this house? And honestly, aside from because I just want to, we weren't actually intending to start looking at houses until December time. And then one day I just woke up and I was like, what are we actually waiting for? It's never going to feel like the perfect time and you are just putting everything off. And yeah, long story short, we're looking at a house on Friday. Thing is though, you never know how long these things are going to take, and I've seen with friends and family that these things can fall through a lot and there's a lot of faff and waiting and stress. And if I'm going to be stressed, I'd like to enjoy and find comfort in the home we're actually living in. Plus, when the next people move in, they can enjoy the benefits of what we've done as well. I mean, they might immediately want to change it, but they'll have no idea what an improvement it was from the grubby, chipped magnolia walls of the past. I love my blue kitchen. Look at it. So cosy. And yeah, that's another video done. I'll say goodbye to you and see you in the next one.